was taken with lies. CPS telling stories, trying to ruin our lives. My kids was kidnapped. It was all for the cash, a foster kid, child rape. Man, I swear it's so bad. My kids was kidnapped. It was all for the cash. My kids was kidnapped. It was all for the cash. My kids was kidnapped. They was taken with lies.
It started with the way I look, progressed to how I carried it. They couldn't stand a man like me, could understand what marriage is. Providing for my wife and kids the way that I inherited. Mama raised a man that don't know nothing but to care the kids. How can they just come and take what's mine and I ain't caught a case? Never have a CPS, but still my rights were stripped away. Fighting for my right to parent cause I got taxes on my face. See through all your blatant lies, I be the one y'all love to hate. It's wrong what y'all out here doing, lying, taking people's kids. Breaking up a happy home cause y'all don't like the way we live. Long as we provide and no abuse to y'all should mind your biz. Stop messing with my right to live. You're breaking laws, release my kids. Tired, I can take it, this is real and I'ma bear it all. Lawyer, they appointed me, never even took my calls. They falsified my drug screens, flat out lied and that and all. This whole case a cover up and they ain't gotta follow laws. Kidnapped. They was taken with lies. CPS telling stories, trying to ruin our lives. My kids was kidnapped. It was all for the cash, a foster kid, child rape. Man, I swear it's all bad. My kids was kidnapped. They was taken with lies. CPS telling stories, trying to ruin our lives. My kids was kidnapped. It was all for the cash, a foster kid, child rape. Man, I swear it's all bad. My kids was kidnapped. They was taken with lies. CPS telling stories, trying to ruin our lives. My kids was kidnapped. It was all for the cash, a foster kid, child rape. Man, I swear it's all bad. My kids was kidnapped. Come on, tell me, do y'all feel my pain? Watch my wife cry herself to sleep and I can do a thing. On the verge of losing it, swear I'm about to go insane. Praying that I have the strength to make it through another day. Can't begin to understand all the stuff my kids go through. The pain they feel or what they think, for real, it's hard to bear the truth. Snatched away, placed with strangers, broke me when I heard the news. Rotting in the prison cell for something I ain't even do. The fight is real and we won't stop, so all the kids is coming home. Playing games but they ain't know they dealing with the king of thrones. Lawyered up, got a pit bull, yeah, now it's really on. He did take my family back and trust me, we don't stand alone. This right here's for everyone who going what we going through. Be the voice for all of y'all, the pain you feel, I feel it too. This is wrong, it's time for change, pushing hard to make the news. All should Trinity Kiara Bella Hope, came this one's for you. Kidnapped.
This song is for all of us facing the struggle. Our kids are being taken with lies and corruption. It's not just happening to me, it's happening to everyone all across this nation. I've seen it firsthand. I've read your stories, your letters, emails. I've read reports, actual findings. Seen it happening to my family, my friends, strangers. We are parents and we're losing our rights based on lies that are being sent to the court. TCF and all these agencies use our kids to keep themselves as vendors.
Okay, we're live, 1128-51621. Let's get right into it. Homesteader targeted. This went down about 2 years ago. He covered it all. They harassed him. They stalked him. He was being harassed. Look at this guy, this creep that comes to the house. Very creepy individual. He looks like he's possibly an alcoholic, drug user, CPS social worker, overstepping his bounds, doesn't want to be recorded. Let's just get right to it.
So I'm assuming we're on my property and you're a government official paid by the public. I can film.
You can film, I guess, if you want to. I don't. There's nothing to hide.
Okay. Well,
Nothing to hide.
let me introduce everybody. So we're over here with DCFS on accusations.
Sure I'm into that.
Well, you're a public official on private property. So I'm guessing that, and this is the public, and here in my left hand, I'm holding the public, and you're paid by the public. So you should be good with it. Again, I'm here with DCFS, and
I'm not going to conduct an investigation like this.
Well,
if we're going to play this, then sure, I'll be speaking with the Assistant Attorney General about this. This is bizarre. Dude.
This is bizarre. Filming you?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, what's up with you filming my son?
So he's here in his phone. He went to the school and
I'm allowed to do that.
And he recorded my son, and he's about to play it to us.
I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to go to the school and interview your
See,
son.
but where he's under 18, isn't it?
And I'm allowed to do this. Am I not allowed to film you?
Good grief, dude.
Huh? Am I allowed to film you?
I don't know the law on that.
Well, here, I'm doing this for my own protection, so I can take this to a lawyer, so that way you don't try to badger me into a corner where I don't have protection. So,
you can come and grandma the stuff. Whatever you want to do. And I told you that before. You can come and to the DCFS office and request all the information. You're the parents of the kids. You can do that.
okay, I request who made these allegations.
Can't tell you that. That's protected by law.
Protected by law. Okay. And
actually, I'm going to leave until I talk to the Assistant Attorney General about you recording me. Okay.
Okay.
Bump it all, bump it, dude.
You want to come in and see real quick?
No, I don't right now.
Did you get that? I offered him to come in and look in the house. He said no. I'm being cordial with you, aren't I not, sir?
I'll talk to you here in a minute.
As soon as I started filming, he's like, no, we're done. I'm not going to talk to you. I offered him in the house. He says no. He's calling the Attorney General. Attorney General? Forgot his name. The Attorney General. That seems pretty high up. Isn't that like up there with the president or Attorney General? Big deal. All because I turned on the camera.
All because we're trying to protect our kids. All because we're trying to protect.
Well, I think
family.
it's good. I think it's good to film, document what's going on. I kind of feel like this guy comes here to our property, buffaloing me around, wanting to, to search and seize and property and just go through as what he wills. But as soon as I turned the camera on and started proving to people what he's doing, that immediately stopped. No longer wants to search, no longer wants to cease, and just wants to call his Attorney General and see what to do now. Sitting on our property, and we did ask him to leave. We did ask him to leave, and he won't. That's for the record. Yeah, he's recording all of it. I need water. My mouth gets dry during conflicts. I find it funny that he records my son, and that's okay. He says he's got the right to do that, but he says I don't have the right to record him on my property.
Fascinating. Again, he went to this kid's school and for 1 hour terrorizes him, just asking him questions without his family present. Very valuable information here. Please, everybody out there, let's learn here. Let's record everything. Get your networks together, get your community together, get your neighbors together. When these people come to your freaking area, you come down on them. Everybody show up. You let them know, you set an appointment, you let everybody be there. No, everyone's going to be there. They love to go to their car. They love to go hide out in their car, act like they're doing something, act like they're calling some freaking supervisor. They love to hide. Again, he just said they recorded my son for an hour and they won't let us record our communication. It's very important. Record them. It can be the turning point. It can change the game.
He's got the right to record a minor in school without the parents knowing about it, but he says he does not. I do not have the right to film an adult on my property. Should I call his parents?
Yeah.
So the rights that we have are being stripped from us as Americans. The government now wants to take our parental rights from us. As you can see, he has a right to record my son, but I don't have the right to record him. Look around. We're at my home. He's in my driveway, and he's on the phone with some sort of a guy named Attorney General, and because he wants this camera off. Cops are probably going to get here because the camera's rolling. Apparently, I do not have the right to film, and so we're just going to wait here tight and see what he says. keep rolling.
Homesteader Outlaw YouTube. This video got over
Hey,
1
buddy.
million views.
Any bad people want to take you?
No.
No. You want to stay here? Yeah. Yeah. Can record him.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, that's good. So, well, you can record my son, so I think
And I
that's only
can.
fair.
If
I
you'd
am
like
being
to,
cordial
go
with
ahead.
you, but as soon as I started playing that, you stopped being cordial with me.
Okay, so you can record me.
Good.
Where does this go
Good.
from here?
I guess we can try to get along and get on the right foot with each other.
Okay, and that's the way that it was.
I'd like to work with you.
I was a little bit concerned with the recording. I don't understand that. Would you? I'm just trying to figure out where
Well,
this goes.
here's my rule that I have is that if it has anything to do with homesteading and self-sufficiency, I record it. I believe this does. I believe
It has
that
nothing to do with that.
I would not be being harassed
Has
if I didn't
nothing
put
to
my
do with
life
that.
on that camera.
It has nothing to do with that.
I believe it does.
Okay. Back to the original issue.
Okay.
Okay. So I have concerns that there's issues in the home.
Right.
Are you going to allow me to go in the home? You can take your recorder in there too.
No, I'm gonna deny that.
Okay. Fair enough. Then I'm not sure we have a whole lot more to talk about.
That's great.
Okay.
Well, we do want to talk about what did you say to my son?
You can grandma request all the information. You can come to our office. It's called a GRAMA, and you can request that information through the grandma request.
Okay. Because I think it's fair to tell people that you're not here to help us out. You're here to take my kids away.
That's not the case. We talked about that. Again, only under edges and circumstances.
I know, but I have a hard time believing you guys because of the DCFS's history with the courts. Get online, Google how many of you guys gotten in trouble lying to the judges.
Okay, and that's
Google
fair.
that.
You certainly can do that, and your viewers can do that too if that's what you'd like to do.
I encourage you guys to do that. Look that up.
Okay. You know, I do worry about this with the way you're handling it, but there's not an issue with.
So how would you prefer I handle this? So it would be the best way for the viewers out there.
Just you and I talk.
Just you and I?
Yeah. What's wrong with that? Rather than putting it on YouTube. You're seeing me as a threat, and you're
Yes,
putting
I
this
do.
on YouTube, and it just doesn't make any sense to me.
I view the government as a threat as a whole. Like, I believe that you're part of the government.
Okay.
And that you're trained by the government. And I view them as a threat to hammer down.
That's not the case. We talked about
the public.
that, and you insist that I am. That I'm not here to help you, and I'm not here to provide you any service or to make sure that your kids are safe. My agenda is totally just to remove your kids, and that's not the case, sir.
I wanted to show you my son's health.
Not.
So was my son okay? Is his health okay?
That's not wasn't in regards to the allegation. Your son's fine, yes.
And the son okay?
There's allegations that there's problems in your home,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not allowing me to look to go make sure that your kids are safe while they're in your home. That's the issue.
One, I believe my home is good, it's sound.
But if it was, then how come I can't go in?
Because I'd rather you go get a warrant, search it, and when you find nothing, then I'll go after you guys for not having a probable cause. Because I'm telling you,
And
it's
I told
good.
you we're not going to.
You don't have probable cause for a warrant.
That's right. I already told you that.
Okay.
Too.
All right. I guess I can condones our business. Concludes our business together.
If you're not going to allow me into the home, I guess
I'm not.
Okay.
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
See ya.
See ya. Well, that's part of what happens when you have a YouTube channel. That's quiet. Is that electric? Like an electric car.
Yeah.
Hey, at least the government's going green. They won't let you plant green, but they're trying to go green. That's funny. That's funny to me. So no composting, no anything green, but they have green electric cars. That's cool. Yeah, I believe this is just what happens when you have a YouTube channel. You get them called out to you, and I believe this is the best way to handle it. Why won't I let them?
Okay, we're going to bring up more updates here. Again, CPS, he's not there bringing fruits and vegetables. He's not there to deliver public service information. He's not there to help anybody. He's there to kidnap. He's there to traffic. A creep from hell. His demeanor, how he acts, his voice, a very just fat, lazy CPS child. Looks like a pervert from hell. Can't wait to get his hands and sticky fingers. This is the type of people they hire. He acts like he's on something. He needs something. He doesn't seem professional. Doesn't really seem sharp. He seems semi-lethargic and just lazy. You know, like, you know, this is just my job and I have to do this. You can see the way he throws his body around.
Yes.
Well,
If we're going to play this, then sure, I'll be speaking with the Assistant Attorney General about this.
You know, comes up with this stupid Assistant Attorney General. What the biggest bunch of crap you've ever freaking heard. So let's just go straight to it. The next video again, Homesteader Outlaw YouTube. This did go viral with over 1 million views. We want to remind everybody out there, record these people any way you can. Don't let them do anything, and share it, let it expose these people, who they are, and it changes the game. And get the neighborhoods involved. Get the people in the neighborhood to join together, that when these people come to your residential area, and you help each other. If everybody helped each other, they would stop this. Let's unite together, and that's what can turn this clock around, showing these people, showing what they do, showing how they act, showing how ridiculous they are, how lethargic they are, how just fat, lazy tubs of lard, of maggots. They're not bringing any resource material of any kind. He's not a public service. Well, here's the thing for public resources. If you ever do need something, we just want to make sure the kids are safe. Let us know what you need. Nothing like that. It's just, what can I build up? What can I create, to fabricate, to kidnap and traffic children? This looks like a pervert from hell, if I've ever seen one. Going to the next video update. Stand by.
Supposed to give us the audio to Wyatt. If you guys remember, in the last CPS update, we talked to Wyatt. He was interviewed. Well, I want to say interrogated would be the more correct term. Was interrogated by CPS, and they recorded the audio. So they pulled him out of class, put him in a room. The CPS agent requested that he interrogate Wyatt without anybody else in the room, recorded him, and then tells us that we can have that recording if we just grab and report it. So we did. We grab and requested it, just like the agent said, and they're not giving us the audio for whatever reason. They gave us the paper, but they did not give us the recording. It's audio recording is what it is. So we're going to go back and see why they haven't done that. But you guys see this building. This is awful. Okay, so here we are at the DCFS building. I'm going to go in recording. And so hopefully they don't have an issue with that. But my suspicion is that they will. All we want is the recording of when they went to my 12-year-old son's school and got the recorded my son without my permission, without anybody else's permission, all because they think that they're above the law. We do have a constitution. So let's go in and see if we can record them. Okay, I'm just looking to see if there's anywhere it says do not record, and it doesn't say anything like that on the door. So they notice there's no pictures of children's art or thank you cards on the walls. It stinks in here. Stinks really bad. This used to be an old hospital, but I think it was haunted. They abandoned it, and because a lot of the agents here are soulless, I think they fit right in here. Demons don't bother them. Please ring for service. Yeah, I did a grammar request a while back, and I got the paperwork, but I did not get the recording of my 12-year-old. The agent took my 12-year-old and was locked him in a room,
Right.
and then record, and then.
And I'm not sure if the recordings are part of what you can get on a grandma.
The agent said that I could.
Okay. The lady that does the grandma request isn't here right now.
But you're thinking that you can't get the recordings?
I don't
on a
know.
grandma
She's the
request?
specialist. She knows.
Okay.
And she's not here right now.
Okay. Can you have her call me?
Okay. Let me get your number.
And my only concern is a single male adult locking himself in a room without anybody adult around. And I just worry with today's day of age of pedophilers. And that's my concern.
What's your phone number?
My phone number is 135.
I will give her the message.
You want my name?
I know your name is.
Hey guys. Oh, you knew my name?
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. So there you have it, guys. It seems very shady that they won't give us the audio, and then that shows red flags right there. So I guess we'll continue to press on. You know, and it does. One thing this place lacks is anything to do with children in there. You walk in the doorway, there's no pictures on the walls. There's no nothing that indicates that they're to help the children. And it does stink in there like death. I'm just saying, I know it's an old abandoned hospital, but air fresheners, come on, guys.
You know, this is the second time that we've gone there and they've told us that lady's gone.
Yeah. So this is the second time that we've gone here. Actually third. And all three times they told us that the specialist lady that gives us the audio report is gone. And just like this lady said, you guys heard it, is they don't think they can give it to me. Why? If you gotta have that. Okay, so now we're over here at a place in our town that copies papers, and we're going to get this copied. What this is this is the DCFS report. On this report, it says right here that he attempted Shaylin Dean at the elementary school. That's my daughter. My daughter says that's a lie. He says he talked to the secretary. The secretary says that we had just barely came in there and told them that they're not allowed to interview our daughter, and so she's respecting our wishes and won't let the agent go in there. And but he says the school secretary stated that Mr. and Mr. Dean had visited and that they did not want DCFS to interview any of their children. I explained, despite this, the same as the other children, I wish to at least attempt. Shaylin declined to speak with me. So we went to the secretary of the school, and she says, that never happened. Nobody ever showed up. Nobody ever talked to me about speaking to your daughter. Your daughter never spoke to anybody. All of that's a lie. And so there you have it. We're going to get a copy of this. We're going to take it to the sheriff's department, and we're going to see what they think about DCFS purposely lying. Hopefully some charges and justice can be brought. Okay, we're over here at the Sevier County Sheriff's Office. Like I said before, we've gone there 3 times requesting the audio of recording my 12-year-old son. And all 3 times, the specialist who lets me have the audio isn't available. And so I kind of think that they're pulling my leg. I think that they're just avoiding to give it. It seems kind of shady. So So I'm going to ask the sheriff what his thought is on this. So we're here at the sheriff's department, and we're going to see what they have to say about DCFS not wanting to give me the recording of my 12-year-old son.
So I can talk to the sheriff. I want to ask. So I don't mind. I have a YouTube channel. This will be on my channel, but it's what it is. It involves DCFS and my children, and I kind of feel like they're breaking the law and the Constitution. And so I was just wanting to bring it to like the sheriff and see what their thoughts is on this. And so what it is someone made a report, an accusation, and the DCFS agent, as he should, investigate it. And I understand that that's a law. Then he takes it to another level, goes to my 12-year-old son's school, pulls him out of class, requests that he interview. I call it interrogating because he interrogated my son for an hour with the request that not the principal or anybody be present during the interrogation. So they locked him in a room together alone, and then he records my son and then tells my son he's not allowed to leave. You have to answer these questions. And so I would call that illegal detainment as well. And so he illegally detained my son, who's not allowed to leave, and interrogated him for an hour to ask him questions of the accusations. Those are, the accusations were is there animal poop in our house and things like that. Well, I go in, I get the grandma request it, and they gave me the forms, but they wouldn't give me the audio. And then so I went back 3 more times, and they won't give me the audio. And so I just find that red flag highly suspicious. And then to kind of give you an idea, is what, like, so I work construction and am shocked. If I were to lie, it's called falsified documentation. And if I were to lie on checking the oil on my loader and then writing it down, I check the oil on my loader. And if I get caught, that's $250,000 fine and 6 months in jail for falsifying documentation. What I have here is falsifying documentation by this guy, Mark Combs. And and the secretary, he says he went and talked to my secretary and attempted to talk to my daughter, and the secretary says that never happened. He's lying about that. She was never contacted by DCFS. My daughter also says that that's a lie. Nobody ever tried to talk to her or anything like that. So he's trying to build a case against me, falsifying documentation in hopes of kidnapping my children. And then I recorded him. And he was really upset that I recorded him. That's another red flag, is he didn't want me to record him, and he wouldn't conduct his investigation while I'm recording, and he's on my property. So he quit investigating because I was recording. Okay.
So basically what you're telling me is that if you did interview somebody, but you say you didn't.
That's falsifying evidence to the judge. I mean, they're built. That would be what they would take to the judge and say, look, he's very anti-DCFS. He's went to the school. He's told him this, which is all a lie. That's all a lie.
How would it be falsifying information if they're just receiving the audio? They have to give that to the judge if he orders it.
Right. Well, they're supposed to give it to me too.
I don't know. I don't know what the policy is.
Yeah, they're supposed to give it to me. But if you can't get them for that, then definitely. That what they wrote down right there. They never talked to the secretary.
Okay, so you're saying they talked to a secretary?
He
said they didn't talk to one. They say they did.
Yes. There's one secretary. He's claiming he talked to her, and she's saying that's a lie, that he never came in and talked to her. And then he's claiming that he talked to my 9-year-old daughter, and my 9-year-old daughter saying that never happened either. The secretary saying that never happened, and my 9-year-old daughter saying that never happened, and he's saying that happened. He's trying to make it look like to the judge that I'm not allowing him to talk to my children, making me look more guilty. 979.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to get with the county attorney and see what he says about it.
Okay.
See where he takes it.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
Well, that went over good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So I went and talked to the sheriff. I'm actually friends with him. Super nice guy. Love him. But he's going to take that information, take it to the county attorney, and see what they've got to say. You know, my whole thing that bothers me is that the DCFS CPS has this audio of my 12-year-old son that they don't want me to have it. They don't want me to listen to it. They said in the video, you guys can check that out. I'll put a link in the description of that video. But at the end of that video, he says you can grandma request it. If you want the audio, grandma request it. He said that, and now they're refusing to. I'd probably bet that somehow that audio is going to be erased, magically erased. And so the problem I have is and then falsifying documentation, all in the hopes of building a case against me to the judge. I feel like that's they should be punished for that, definitely. I mean, lying in hopes to take my children from me. And I don't know about you guys, but we shouldn't live as mom and dads, parents, we shouldn't live in fear of our kids being snatched from us from a crooked organization like DCFS. We shouldn't have to live in fear like that, and I want to fight back. Guys, thank you for your support. Again, thank you for your Patreon supporters, PayPal supporters, and just comment supporters. Give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
More updates coming in right now. Stand by. We are live at 11:57, breaking 12 noon, 5/16/21. Rolling.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Dustin Dean channel. I am Dustin Dean, and today we're doing something a little bit different. Interview with this young lady, and this has to deal with CPS. Will you want to introduce yourself?
My name's Randy. I go by Randy Sue, and this here.
Hey, how old are you?
You say I'm going to be 3 in March.
Ooh, you got your tractors out. So it's kind of interesting how we met up. Is I walked into a store and she recognized me from YouTube, and she just kind of came up to me and says, "Hey, we share something in common."
CPS social worker.
CPS social worker. And so we just kind of talked about that, and I asked her if she'd be willing to do an interview. The purpose of this interview is to educate you guys and kind of help you know your rights. And so we'll just go on with this. So with the why did they come here in the first place?
To be truthful, what they said was it was for alcohol, wild parties that we were having our kids in wild parties, and drugs, specifically alcohol, marijuana, that we were having outrageous parties.
Alcohol and marijuana.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it was kind of interesting because I knew from situations that arose. Like I knew that we were being investigated, but nobody had come, nobody had asked me anything.
The accusation was wild parties, alcohol, and marijuana. And so this is where it gets interesting. This is kind of where I get upset is they don't just come over here and ask questions and want to see if your child's healthy or not. It's just the way they approach it. They came here. How did they come here when they came here?
So when it was the feller that you're dealing with, and he showed up with 2 officers.
2 officers.
And I mean, looking at me and my big bad self, like he was smart to do that.
Yeah.
So he showed up with 2 officers, and like at first, like this is the big thing I want everybody to know is in a small town when people like you knock on your door, you're all, oh yeah, sure, come in, excuse the man. Instead of you guys being like, oh, we've been in there. They don't accept your not excuses, your reasons for the way things are. They don't. They're out to get you.
Right.
Like you could be like, oh, so and so fell off a stool and got a bump, or I was bottling that day. My kitchen was full of dishes because I was bottling. And those of you who are homesteaders, for example, things get messy. You have tools, you use things. So
Right, yeah, exactly right. So you've probably been educated a lot since this time. You kind of more aware of how evil the CPS is in that branch of government. I'm not saying all government's bad, but this section definitely needs to be retooled. And you probably learned a lot since then. So did you invite? They came in your home?
Well, it was kind of a give me a minute, and I stepped inside because my sister was still here, and she pulled him in his room and was playing with him. And yeah, I left the door open, and they were just standing in my living room, just kind of standing there. And the one made a comment because I was making salsa, and the one officer was all, "Oh, it smells really good." And that's when Mark was all, "So aside from the alcohol, we've heard that you guys have marijuana use," and also marijuana use, and he's all, "Furthermore, growing."
Hey guys.
And I kind of knew where it was going because there was a situation from beforehand, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? Again, like thinking it was a small town, I know exactly why you're here. Like I can explain this. I can put your feelings at ease." And I showed him, and then I thought everything was good and golden. They got ready to leave, and one of the police officers straight out told me, he's all, "We have something on you." And that's when it hit me. I was all, they're not here for explanations. They think I have something. And he was lying to me. I knew that was a flat lie because we haven't done anything. Right. So it was a flat lie.
And the marijuana turned out to be you growing, because she's a homesteader, and it's turned out to be what?
A tomato plant.
Tomato plant.
And I have the pepper plant still alive too, if you want to see that after. I still have the pepper plant.
Still have the pepper plant?
Yeah, I still have the tomato plant died, but I still have the pepper plant. It was more than one plant, so. But.
You didn't smoke the tomato plant?
No. I think that's kind of interesting.
Pops, you started harassing you a little bit after, you got pulled over.
Yeah. So I was on my way, and it was fairly early in the morning, but I was on my way to see my grandfather. And one of them pulled me over and was all, "Did you know you were speeding?" And I was, if I was, I honestly didn't notice.
Hi, this is an interview. Homesteader Outlaw YouTube unites with another family. Get this stuff on video. Get your interviews out there. They tried to say that they had some illegal plant. It was a tomato plant. Stalking. These are pervert cops. Trust me, the cops are just as perverted as the social workers. They get off on generating conflict, preying on mothers. They beat their wives. They kick their dogs. 50% of them. Basically, there's just a whole element of psychopathic tendencies by these rural. This is a rural area, but I just want to. You can find this video at Homestead Outlaw. What I want you to do is get the update, give you the update on his case specifically. But again, he united with another beautiful mother that was being targeted and being socially targeted and harassed multiple times by cops and CPS. So now we're going to go back. I just want to get to his case here. Homesteader Outlaw YouTube went viral with his content. Let's just get that in there. Update.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dustin Dean channel. I am Dustin Dean, and today we are battling CPS. I'll just give you a quick recap of what went on, and you guys can watch the show. So what happened was first thing this morning, I got a phone call from DCFS, says that they have the report of the audio that I requested, but they're not giving me the audio. They will only give me a transcript of the audio. So it's basically the same thing but completely different, rewritten what I believed to make them look good. I don't trust it at all. So that's a whole different issue. And then she says that I cannot record it when I go to pick this transcript up, which I felt like that's wrong. It's a public-owned building, and I can record in the public lobby, and there's no signs that says I can't record. And so I feel like I can record. But before I record, I'm going to go make sure that I don't get in trouble. And so I went to talk to the sheriff. I was heading to the sheriff's department, and this part I did not get on film, and I wish I had I saw him at the gas station. I stopped. I jumped out of my car. I walked up to him. I'm like, hey, this is going on. You know, I have right to film in the building. He says, no, you don't. You don't have the right to film inside that public building if they don't want you to. I'm like, well, okay, but for B-roll shots, I can stand out in the public easement and take pictures of the building. He says, no, if they don't want you to take pictures of the building, even on public, off their property, you cannot take pictures of the building. That scared me. That I'll be honest with you, that scares the hell out of me to think that that they don't know the Constitution, that he's so ignorant of the Constitution that so that just frightens me. So I decided to go talk to an attorney. Go and talk to an attorney. The attorney says, yeah, I have that right, but here's what's going to happen. He knows, living in a small community like this, what's going to happen. They're going to come, they're going to arrest me, they're going to throw me in jail, they're going to harass me, and they'll definitely retaliate. And DCF will definitely retaliate. How far do I want to take this? He says, you can fight and win, but it's going to cost you $25,000 to fight to win. I don't have $25,000 to fight them. And so that was pretty much his advice. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to go in there and not record. So there's no way I'm going to go down there and not record. So I thought, here's another idea. I went and got the Richfield Police Department and requested that they come in there, and that way we recorded. And so we have that all on recording. So that's kind of what's your thoughts on this, guys? I'd like to hear from you. And back to the transcript. It's such a joke. It's very, very thin, hardly a few things. It's not even worth reading out. I think the lawyer says I can't read it to you because you'd have to gamma request it yourself or FOIL request it, whatever term you're going to use. But it's just BS. I don't trust anything in it, and it's only half the conversation. I know my son's already told me it's half the conversation, and so it's already been. It's rewritten. It's junk. It's junk to me. So guys, enjoy this. Show me your support by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. It helps out a lot. Just that's enough. Okay guys, so enjoy the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Nope. He says no smoking.
I have a question. I'd like to talk to a deputy.
Have you called dispatch?
No, I just figured I'd talk to a sheriff.
Okay, our sheriff's
Who, Nate Curtis? Okay.
message when we call you, set up a time to meet.
Well, I'd also like to talk to Alan Pearson,
Okay,
and he's a guy I've been working with about a case.
okay, let me go see if he's even back here.
Okay, thank you. Is I was wanting to know like what my rights are as filming in public buildings.
Yeah, you have to talk to the officer about that.
Would any officer work?
Probably.
Okay.
I think most officers should be familiar with this.
With the Constitution. So, okay. So how do I call dispatch for that? Or?
Yeah. Do you have that number?
I don't. Thank you for being professional.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay guys, so we're kind of getting the runaround today. So recap, I did not get this on film, but I talked to the sheriff and he says that I can't film in the DCFS building or outside the building. Even if I'm standing outside the road, I can't film at all. So I feel like that's wrong and against the Constitution, or against our Constitution, right, against the First Amendment. So I'm over here at the city police department, and I want to see if any of them knows the laws, and I'd like a police escort into getting the report, so that way that'll protect me from tyrants, sheriff tyrants. So let's go ask the police. And what my plan is I'm just going to take this camera here, and so it's less threatening because it seems like a lot of people are afraid of cameras. I'll just have my wife just film going like this. We've established that much. There it is, Richfield City Police. sickens me how law enforcement doesn't know our rights as citizens, what rights we have. Well, we'll see if these guys know their rights.
Hi there.
How are ya?
Good, how are you?
Oh, I was just wanting to talk to like a police officer.
Okay, what's up?
Oh, just I want to go into a building and get some papers, and I just want to make sure for my protection of what
Is it here in Richville?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so keep the peace on a civil?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Keep the peace.
Let me see who I've got here.
Is that why they call them peace officers?
Well, I guess so.
Keep the peace.
Hey, can you send one of the guys back to the office for keep the peace? And it's here in Richville.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it's in Richville.
Okay, again, want to get across cameras in the court now. Judge Judy said they're what you call them, morons and political hacks are in the family courts. They're running it. Those are the judges that are appointed. She couldn't. It's unfathomable to her. These dictators, not judges. Okay, they're freaking dictators, and they're there for a reason to traffic children in these family children's court. Remember that. Remember that cameras in the court would turn the whole table on them. And Judge Judy, you know, she's worth $300 million. One of the clearly the most successful judge, ex-family law. She worked in family law, worked as a judge in family law. She said the cameras in the court would protect children, protect families, and that it would deter the corruption in these situations. There's a reason, and it protects the wrong people. They have cameras in there. Trust me. Oh, you go in there, you're going to see a camera. You'll see a camera right over the judge's head, but you won't have any access to that video. But they do record everything that goes on in those courtrooms here in Los Angeles. I'm not sure wherever you're at, but they have cameras in there that go back and forth, back and forth. Very sophisticated camera system in there, but we don't have any access to those videos.
Okay. Yeah, the subjects are here in the office. Okay.
Subjects.
All right, thanks. See ya. Bye. Okay, have a seat and we'll be right here.
Okay. Lake County. Women. Good, how are you doing? Good. You guys here for me?
Yes, so what are we doing?
So what it is I want to pick up some papers at the DCFS building. Kind of having issues with them.
Okay.
I don't think they like me very well. They told me that I can't film in the building, and I've looked up the laws, and you can film in public buildings as a public building.
Okay.
And so you have the lobby of the building. I understand there's places that are, you can't film, like courtrooms, and I'm sure I can't film in your jails and things like that, but I can film in the public lobbies. And especially they're not posted, no filming. So I think they're just being mean and telling me I can't film. So if they're not going to allow me to film, then I at least want, for my protection, somebody, because I feel like they feel like they're not very honest people. And I really want to film for my own protection, just like I'm filming right now.
So what are you trying to pick up?
Pick up some transcripts of that grandma requested that they have waiting for me. Okay. But I don't want to pick them up until, because I'm hoping that, we have the First Amendment, the right to film, things like that.
Okay. So do they have the paperwork though? Do they have everything you're looking for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you've already spoke with them?
I spoke with them on the phone, but I don't want to speak with them off record of camera. So I will want to film. So what I want to do is I want to film, and what they're going to probably try to do is try to call the cops. And so I just want on record that I'm obeying the law, and I'm not there to start anything. I'm just going to go there, give my ID, get the papers, get out, but I don't want to break the law.
Okay. Well, I don't know what the rules are, so I guess if they ask you not to film, I'd probably say I wouldn't film it. We'll be there to keep the peace for you.
Okay.
And get that stuff. We need to call them know we're coming so we can get your stuff?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. They have the right to take my children. Anytime that somebody has that much power over them, I want to film every ounce of them. I just don't trust them, especially when it comes to my children.
Okay. So who are we speaking to over there?
I have no idea. The office worker. I think she said her name's Jeanette.
Jeanette, possibly.
Yeah. I just want to, pick them up and get out. But I don't want to be cornered and or lecture. One time I went there, I went without a camera, and they brought me in a room, and they just gave me a real butt chewing.
So that's up to you if you're gonna talk to them or whatever you do. So, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. Have you already contacted them to make sure they have what you're requesting?
Right, yeah, they contacted me today, said I have it, I can pick it up, but I can't film. And I feel like that's very sketchy.
Okay. Well, whatever the rule's gonna be, I'm not the one to say it's not, that's their thing, so we'll go do it. And
it's not their thing, it's his thing, to enforce the rights of the citizens, the public, regardless of what they claim their rules are there. It comes down to his rights, and in public places, it's very clear that you're allowed to record in public places. It's very clear. 148G, I think it is. But public places it can be recorded, specifically lobbies and that. And maybe not in the children's environment so much, but in a regular courtroom, the lobbies are you can record. But again, don't necessarily hold your camera out when you're recording. Wear a shirt with a little pocket here, and you can stick your phone in it where the lens just sticks out, and do it discreetly. You can do it that way. There's, any way you can to not attract attention is always better. So always wear a little pocket shirt and put your phone in there, and just have the little camera head sticking out, and you're recording. Record everything. It's so important. It's all history making. They want to kidnap and traffic your children.
And we'll see what they say.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
We'll go with you.
All right, so how's this work? I just meet you over there.
Okay.
Okay. I think that went really well. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna try to film. Hopefully, having the police officer there. I kind of feel like nobody knows our First Amendment around here, saying that if they request not to film, then have to obey and not film. So I'll do that. I'll comply. I just want to. I just don't want to. DCFS scares me, especially when it comes to your children. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. Okay, so now we're at the DCFS building. We're going to get the transcripts of the audio, which I find highly suspicious that they won't give me the audio. So we're waiting for the Richfield Police Department to come in and keep the peace. I've requested them for my protection, so that these guys don't try to intimidate me. So here they are. They're just showing up right now. So, we get two of them, 2 officers. So that's pretty cool.
Sweet.
So again, it's for my protection. I just don't trust them. Yeah. My understanding is that this is the problem we have. This is public property. The building's publicly owned.
Let them know you're here.
Yeah.
Good. Here they'll keep the peace. There's an individual to pick up some paper. Dustin Dean. Do you know who you're picking it up from?
From here.
What's the paperwork?
It's grandma requested of the audio of my 12-year-old being detained from the school.
Oh, okay. We'll show on the CPS.
I guess I'm credit card. I'm nervous. Okay. I'm getting my credit card. Here's my ID.
All I need is for him to sign this,
Okay.
and I'll go make a copy.
Thank you. What's your name?
Could have been a Maverick card.
Yeah. You know what's better than Maverick card is I don't have a pen, but as AAA, you get like 4 cents off per gallon.
There you go. hey, anything that helps.
Do I need to sign this one too? What's this one?
Yeah.
So I filled this one out.
Yeah.
And then I put my name. Oh, it says, I don't fill it, just right here, huh? Signature.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was 1/22/2019.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go, sir. Okay. Just for the record, what's your name?
Miss Janet. I've got my name's right there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Miss Janet.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day. Okay. I feel good about that.
Would you have a second? And then that'd be okay.
All right. Are we good?
Yep.
Hey, guys, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
So I felt really good about that. I felt like having the police officers there de-escalated the situation, just having their presence. So
Okay, that's a little update. We got one more. Stand by. Get it to you. Again, Homesteader Outlaw on YouTube.
back to the Dustin Dean Show. So, well, you kind of caught me in the middle of recutting wood again. So our stove's a lot smaller than the stove that we had at our old home. So I'm having to cut a lot of this in half to, like, we call it midget wood, midget-sized wood. And so cool part about this wood, I'm getting all black, but it was in a forest fire once, and so kind of making good use of it, clearing up the floors of the woodlands, and so that's kind of what we're doing. Wyatt's over here splitting it. Hopefully not splitting it with this kid right next to you. You're watching after him?
Yeah.
Okay. So, also, I've got an update on the Child Protective Services, CPS, DCFS, whatever name they want to go under. But so let me finish my project. I'll get cleaned up and I'll get back to you. What are you doing? Kinkle Mouse, the goat, fully grown. It's like what is it called? Nigerian
dwarf goat.
Nigerian dwarf goat, fully grown. Port.
Yep, right here.
And fully grown adult. Port.
Yep, right here.
And what very disgusting what we read.
Yeah.
The allegations, and there's more allegations too. So the allegations originally is that there was dog poop and other animal poop.
Yep.
Just said animal poop.
Just
doesn't
animal
specify poop. in the house, and also raw sewage running down the hallways.
Mm-hmm.
Very ludicrous, flat out lie.
Yeah.
And so that was the allegation, and I believe that allegation was probably brought up because of we did a video on Nature's Head composting illegal. I'll put a link to that at the end of this video.
Yeah.
That you guys can click on, and also to understand that video more, you got to watch why this homesteader got mad.
Yep.
And I'll put a link to that as well at the end of this video. That's why I think this is called out. But then, as we get this report, we find two things out. We find that the agent is flat out lying.
Oh, totally.
Obviously, you can see the anger. I pace. I like to pace. And obviously, you can see the anger. You can feel the anger in the report as he's writing it up. And he uses words like that I was getting highly agitated and aggressive. And you guys watch that video of the DCFS video.
I think I was more than polite. Actually, something you guys might not know about me is that when I get really upset, I become like overly nice. It's because I'm trying so hard to press my anger down. I mask it with a smile, and might come across as arrogant. Maybe, I don't know. I get a lot of comments saying, why are you being so, arrogant and pompous? And well, I was doing everything I could not to get. And I shook his hand.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't hug him.
Yeah.
I was that mad. I was so mad I about hugged him. Hugged. So, hey guys. Anyway, in the report mentions that he's going to find it. His concern is it's going to be awfully difficult to investigate us. And one of the reasons why it's going to be so hard to investigate us is because no trespassing signs. So that right there is one of the reasons why. So we have this at the start of our property, no trespassing, and that's a concern. He's really concerned that this is going to make the investigation hard, because and the report says he's going to be coming monthly to interrogate us.
Yep.
Speaking of interrogation, guys, speak to your kids about being interrogated illegally by DCFS.
Yeah.
These guys are crooked, is about as crooked can get. And let me tell you that they are to gather evidence against you, not for you. They went to my son's school. Well, this one guy went to my son in that video. He went to my son's school, pulled him out of class, interrogated him for over an hour with the request that a teacher not to be present. So just him in a room. And my son said that, Dad, he said, I can't leave and I have to answer the questions.
Yeah, which is illegal because he is a minor.
Well, and also he's an American, and we have this thing called the Constitution, and the Constitution also applies to children as well. You have the right to remain silent. He has the right to for a lawyer if one can't be present for him. I mean, if he can't afford one will be appointed to him. I mean, it's Miranda rights. Not very good at it. I just know it. Just horrible memory. I just know you got the right to remain silent, and if you can't afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you. So yeah, he might be a child, but he's still American. He still has rights.
Yeah.
And so I told him, you've got to you have the right to remain silent. We ought to talk to him. Hey, Wyatt! This is how we communicate around here. It's a large piece of property. I own, all this out here, buddy. So I was talking about DCFS pulling you out of class.
Yeah.
He pulled you out of class, and it was pretty much just you.
Yep, pretty much me.
Pretty much you. And he said you had to answer the questions.
Yep, I had to answer the questions.
I had to answer the questions, and asked a lot of questions, a lot of personal questions, very personal questions. In the report, it was very, very disgusting. This guy, yeah. So how did you feel?
Felt nervous.
Nervous? He made you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah.
You wish he could have got out of there, probably. Right. And I want to also too, there's a new accusation that I punished you recently. Well, anyway, in that report, to give you the gist of it, says that as a form of punishment, I took you in a Walmart parking lot in August, locked you in the car for 55 minutes, and when asked by the witness why you won't roll down the windows, is because he said that my dad will kill me if I do. You remember anything like that?
No.
And yeah, so that's ludicrous, right? Also, two things wrong with that story is, do I look like a guy who'd spend 55 minutes in Walmart? and also, the temperature was very specific. It was 98 degrees in August. I don't think a gerbil could survive in a car with windows up at that temperatures. So there's two things wrong with whoever story is. So that's all we need, buddy. Talk to you later.
Thanks.
Love you.
Thank you.
Also, there's more allegations against us, and I think DCFS drummed this up.
Yeah.
So after that guy, you know, supposedly called the attorney general, which I know is a state attorney general. It's not a, yeah. So anyway, there's more allegations against us. So all these allegations was after. I think this guy's got this inspector got pissed off and added more to it, and he's like pleading to the judge to get a warrant to come after us.
Okay, no such thing as a judge in these environments. These are dictators. They have no concern about children being safe anywhere. Okay, they're appointed to dictatorship, and to just get as long as they got enough information, they'll rule against you 99% of the time.
One of the things is that he believes that my son and me both are molesting my daughter.
Which is disgusting.
That is disgusting.
Wow, some deep allegations coming from that social worker that looks like a pervert from hell, looks like a child molester, looks like a lazy bum, maggot. Wow, some deep allegations, disgusting, disturbing, beyond comprehension how they would make these claims. But again, anything goes. They can make up whatever they want, and the pigs will be right there to help them, to traffic your kids, to kidnap your kids, deliver them to a pedophile, dictator, child trafficker judge. None of the system is legit. None of it.
But these guys are disgusting, filthy pigs.
Yeah.
And so don't turn your back on DCFS or CPS. And also,
again, you never know who wrote up the report. It can come from anyone. It can the social worker, supervisor, regional manager, director, county council. Anyone can make up these reports and deliver them to the judge. That's how they work.
This I've learned a lot because of you guys. Thank you so much for the input, for what you've said. And I've learned a lot from you, and I think things will be a lot different next time he just shows up. I'm just simply going to tell him to leave, and if he asks a question like, well, I just want to ask you a couple of questions, I'm not even going to argue with them. I'm just going to call the cops and have them towed off.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yep.
I am not anti-government. I do believe that there's a place for the government, and that's to protect us from other countries.
Yeah.
And I'm not blaspheming when I say this. Thank God for the Constitution.
Yep.
It's because thankful that it's in place, because it's protected me against scumbags like that guy.
Yeah.
Also, please subscribe to our channel, and by subscribing to our channel, we get
sponsors.
More sponsors. The more basically how it works and how we make our money.
Okay, he doesn't know there is no constitution. He still has more to learn. Going to another update. DCFS. This is the Homestead Outlaw on YouTube. This is him here. His videos went viral. Rolling. Want to thank everyone for your support and love. PS Kids are doing great. After DFS showed up, we're not sure if we wanted to air this or not. Thought we should. Rolling.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Dustin Dean channel, and I am Dustin Dean. And I just want to thank you guys who's the supporters, especially the DCFS coming to our doorstep. And just for the record, I'm not upset or mad at DCFS, and they're doing their job. They had a complaint. They came out, investigated, and so the problem I do have with DCFS, here we go. I can hear some people saying right now. Here we go. Is that although they do good, and they do help some kids out in dangerous areas, but we can't forget that they get paid by the child, so to speak. The more children they take from families, they tear from families, the more money they get. So their motivation is production. And so a lot of the times they try to attack innocent homes, innocent families, and in order.
Again, it appears he's trying to kiss their ass now, maybe try to, but they directly called him child rapist. He's raping his daughter. His son's raping his daughter. He has sewage running down the center of his trailer. total fabrications. He was targeted. Not sure why they didn't take the kids. I mean, that's enough right there. But I'm not sure why they didn't take them. You know, any judge, oh my God, there's sewage and there's child rape and abuse going on. You know, it's a no-brainer. They can do what they want
to get higher numbers, and so that way they get bigger grants, and bigger grants equals to pay increase. Pay increase equals to more stuff, bigger houses and boats and things like that, all in the expense of child abduction, taking your children from families. And so although they do good, I think they also do a lot of harm too. For instance, I was talking to a DCFS worker, and I said, what if, as a joke, I called and complaint on myself, saying my name's Bob. Hey, my name's Bob. Dustin Dean, I think, is doing meth in his house, and they don't want no more information from me. I could just randomly say that, and then they will come and start to interview my kids, pull them out of school to interview them on a complaint I did to myself as a joke, and interview them, interrogate them, question them, and they without the consent of the parent, because I'm now a perpetrator. They call me the perpetrator, which pisses me off again, because they view me as the as guilty. What's that? Their mentality is you're guilty until proven innocent. Here and so that's backwards. You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but now they call me the perp, and so they'll interview my children and my friends, my neighbor, and then come in on my property and try to muscle themselves to say, hey, we want to come in, we want to investigate, we want to look, you're a perpetrator, we see you as guilty, and then if I don't comply with them, then they start threats like, we could separate you from your children until the investigation's over with. They'll use that kind of excuse, and I know this because as I was talking to one of them yesterday, they said that they do hold their right. They can do that. Because I just want to ask a simple question: is what's the youngest you can talk to a child without the parents' permission? And they said as long as the child can make a verbal noise, then or sound, then they can. So a little baby infant goo gaggling is enough. One Google for yes, two Googles for no. I don't know how they do with that. You know, holding the baby. It's like, how's your I don't know. That's a whole thing. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. I'm not calling them stupid. I just think the whole mentality of let's take your kids away so we can get up. So I'm not upset with that. And you know, it's just the way they're trained. I'm sure that the investigator doesn't think that way, and I'm sure that he that in his thought process, it's just the way he's trained to do it. You know, it's just kind of like when you train a dog. You tell a dog sit, you give it a piece of chicken, sit, and then over time it sits automatically because it knows it's going to get the chicken. Same with these investigators. They know without thinking. Take the children, we get increased pay. Take the children, we get more pay. Take the children, we get more pay. And so over time, they're like, it's just a process. So take the children, you're innocent. I mean, you're guilty until proven innocent. Already calling me a perpetrator, a perp. That's what they called me. They don't even call me by my name. You're a perp. that's oh wow. It's just a whole assembly line. Cha-ching. Take the children, get more money. Take the children, get more money. And so that's how it works. And as far as a lot of you upset with me talking to my kids and putting the fear of DCFS into them, I think that's a good thing. I think that my children should be afraid of DCFS because they're not here to help. They're investigators. They're here to investigate me, to build evidence against me, not for me. Let me repeat that again. That's important. To build evidence against me, not for me, so they could take the children from me. A child should never talk to one of these guys, ever, especially when they take them in alone in a room. That's when the child should be taught things like, this is sad when we're trying to teach a 2-year-old, the 3-year-old to say things like, I'm not talking without an attorney present. I have the right to remain silent. We have liberties, we have rights, and we need to exercise them. These guys try to walk over the Constitution like crazy. So we need to teach our kids to not to talk to these guys. These guys aren't here to help. Most cases, sometimes they do. I want, disclaimer, sometimes they do, sometimes they do really good. But in this case, no. So the best way to deal with them, it's really simple. You guys seen in the last show, is come back with a warrant. That's it. That's all you guys got to do. They can't come back and harass me. They can get really mad. They can get really... Speaking of come back and harass me, a lot of local people are saying, Dusty, don't make no more videos about this. Don't talk more about this because they'll make your life hell. They will go after you and they'll make your life hell. What kind of country do we live in that if we mess with the government, we're going to be marched into camps? What's going on with that? That's not freedom. That's not what people fought and died for this country so we can be pressed like that. No. I think that we need to stand up as and unite together as public. You guys are public, and we need to let them know that that's not right. You can't bulldog and bully us around like that. So, no, if that's their mentality, that they're going to hit me harder, then we the people hit them back, and so that's kind of how that works. Well, just ask the health department. They don't want no part of YouTube anymore. They realize that there's a lot of public inside of YouTube, and so that's where I thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for that. And the trolls, wow, the trolls that come and groups, just like with the health department thing. We got a whole bunch of trolls that came in on that. We had to block them all. We got rid of them. Now we're in a whole different kind of department, and we got a whole slew of trolls that came in with this department with DCFS, and we blocked a whole bunch of these trolls and people like Travis and what's his name? Travis who?
Travis Jensen.
Travis Jensen does not exist in Joseph, guys. He's one of the big trolls on this. Travis Jensen, and there's some others that claim they live in Joseph. Our population is like 300, and so far 300 of us don't know who these people are. They don't live in Joseph. They might, I don't know. I think they're just made up names, or they work for the, I don't know where these trolls come from, but they claim they live in Joseph. They're my neighbors and everybody hates me. These guys do not live here in this town. And like I told the government, as friends, family, welcome to come into my house. Welcome to use my facilities. I do not have animals living in the house like barn animals. That's the complaint, barn animals. It's not just dogs that they're worried about. It's to have goats and cows and chickens and pigs living in my house and pooping everywhere in my house. And some of the complaints, I can't even open up doors because of that. All false. If you guys want to come over into my house, this is my house. This is camper. We just camp down here. And because you guys watch my show, we love hanging out down here at the farm. You guys welcome to come over. And as far as septic sewer running out, you guys come over and use my toilet too. Over at the house, we have a flushing toilet. It's not a composting toilet. It's not a composting toilet, health department. And here, there's none of your business what it is. No, here we have a holding tank, and then we have to take and get it dumped at the RV park. So, yep, that's about it. Got trolls suck. I've had to block a whole. I think it was like 8 trolls I had to block off from commenting because it's just like threats, really bad. But you guys just stand out. You guys don't let them bully me around. I love you guys for that, and you guys are smart. I do think I have the smartest YouTube audience in the town, not in the town, on YouTube. Period. Without a doubt, definitely I have very smart subscribers. So thank you for sticking up for me with the trolls. I'm sure with this video going out, I'm going to get some more trolls because again, I do not hate the DCFS. I think they do some good, but they also do some bad. They like to tear families apart. It's what they're trained to do. And so with that said, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Can I help you?
Okay, we're live at 12:44. This is a different case. but lots of cases out there always need to be reviewed and recirculated. There's enough evidence as to what these people do. There's no constitution, there's no legal law. Again, he talked about trolls coming and making all their little comments. You can spot them out very quickly. Um, what's happening in America against children and families, it's a black and white issue. It really is. There's a little discretionary, but it's black and white to rights, evidence, a legitimate, integritized due process, constitutional rights. All of it's black and white. And no, it's no shit that a small percentage, maybe 10% of children need services of some type to keep them to keep them safe in some way. Maybe not necessarily in the home they're in, but it's a very low amount. 90% of children are trafficked for claims of neglect without any evidence of anything. Claims of neglect, no abuse, no charges, no criminal act whatsoever, and children are being kidnapped and trafficked into child trafficking, CPS, foster care, black market adoptions. Nancy Schaefer, she said they need merchandise to sell so the buyer can choose. It's an organized child traffic ring. That's all it is. It's how it was designed. Again, trolls. That's the main thing. You got to kick them out very quickly. No, everybody knows when the child needs services or not. Everybody knows that the police, or should know that the police, have a child abuse investigation unit, special victims unit. All law enforcement offices have one. Why are they conducting an outside of the constitutional due process trial by jury environments to do these phony investigations from people that took 2 months to be a social worker? I don't know, what is it, 2 months of training to be a social worker? And because they don't even need a social, all they need is to call, send the social worker out, and you're not going to know who did the report. It can be, that's why it's so easy for these social workers. Just go out, get whatever you want. It doesn't really matter because we're going to make it up in the office anyways. So totally corrupt. It's black and white. It needs to be dissolved. We need to let police do investigations, just like Nancy Schaefer said, Senator Georgia. She said that police can pick up a child that's being abused. We don't need CPS to do it. So it's just a completely corrupt. It's black and white. There's no gray area. We need CPS. No, we don't need CPS any which way in which it's designed. Foster care doesn't work. Foster homes don't work. They're too dangerous. These people have no training to hold children that have supposedly been abused. It's a money trafficking operation. We need them in Nancy Schaefer resource centers nationwide. Somebody came on the other day, very powerful commentary. There's so much power in the comments. She said that she was in an orphanage, and it was one of the best experiences of her life, being around other kids. That's the bottom line. Other kids care about other kids in a natural environment. They form friendships, they form bonds, and children all being held together are so much safer. And that's what we want. We want the children, the 10% that actually need maybe an outside environment to live, to have resource centers where they're safe and they're all watched and they're forming friendships and bonds. And she shared how it was a great experience and how she still has friends from that environment she was in as a child. And it's very powerful to know that children, when they're all together, they have a natural instinct to care about one another, to look after one another, to form friendships, to form bonds. It's called humanity. It's humanity, that natural instinct to be a certain way with other children, and just be children, allowed to be children without being trafficked to strangers in strangers' homes, all alone, where you don't know where the hell you're at. The house stinks. You've never been here before. What a creepy environment they put these kids in with these foster traffickers. It's not good for them. It never was. Foster care don't work. That's black and white. Wow. How else can we get that across, is that foster care never worked. It's too dangerous. They need to all be together. We want Nancy Schaefer resource centers nationwide. We want them all to be together, to have the best environments, the best food. There's no drugs there. There's no psychotropics. There's no stranger stinky homes. There's no child trafficking. Wow, giving children really what they need. And then there's that natural, innate instinct of children to be children, that want to be children, that want friends, that just want to have fun and enjoy company. That, man, imagine growing up and wanting to always be with your friends and have fun. It was the most beautiful thing. That's what these Nancy Schaefer resource centers can provide for children that absolutely need to be housed somewhere that outside of their so-called residence. But foster homes, foster care doesn't work. The gig is up. It's too dangerous. My God. Wow. See if we got any followers here. Yeah, we got a few 8. Got some commenters going to go in there. They're always working against you, all the while talking at you sideways, claiming how much they're there to work for you. All lies. Thank you, Lori. We know you wish you had some of this information prior when you were first dealing with him, but it's all different now. It's all out in the open. It's black and white. This isn't 2010. This isn't 2000. We got them. We got them now. They're on the ropes. They want to change the name of foster care to resource. They have to boost the money going out. There's not enough foster homes. We have to take them down to where they need to be, to the bottom, to the lowest depths of the earth. And that's where they can live in the deepest parts of the ocean, as people that abuse children. Again, they're on the ropes, and remember that. And we have all this information. Get this stuff out there. Get it shared. It's so important. And that we don't need no comments. We don't need no trolls in here. Everything is black and white. It's black and white. As much as they try to grade it, some are good, some are bad. No. It's right and wrong for children and families is black and white. It's a very strong double yellow line down the center of the frickin' street. And it's not gray, it's not worn out, it's not blurred. You can see it clearly. But when you get your mind caught up in BS, like some are good, some are bad, we need it. You have no clue. And that's when you see things for what they are without any gray, that's when things get solved. And that's how we need to fix this. It's been 6 years without my son. So sorry to hear that, Carla. Me and my daughter cannot contact him. Yes, horrific alienation. We hope that you connect. Again, we have the internet. We have communication systems. Build your vlog for him. Talk to him on a vlog. Have all those vlogs ready where one day he'll see your vlog and it could just change everything. Playing catch up when he sees all these. You've posted 100 vlogs over a year and talking about him and how much you care about him and talking about your family to him, and like a diary, a video diary that you can connect with him one day, and one day he'll find it, and one day he'll watch all those videos and he'll get the crash course of how much he meant to you. Charlottesville, Virginia, hired illegal aliens, file a false report against me. Wow, Charlottesville, North Virginia, Charlottesville. Yeah, I don't know if that was where the protest was. 6 years, so horrific, Carla. Hired illegal aliens. Anything goes. They need numbers. It's a business. It needs to be dissolved. Nancy Schaefer said dissolve it. She said dissolve CPS. Let the cops do their job. And don't say some cops are good and some are bad. They're all in on it. Welcome to the racket. Don't say some politicians. It's a left, it's a right. It's time to ground zero like never before. And that's how we solve problems here. CPS News Network, Foster War 2021, Operation Shutdown. We need the Constitution, money off their heads, find out where the hell all the kids actually went. There's so many thousands of missing and unaccounted for. What else? Legitimacy. If you make it legitimate, they're not going to hold these court hearings no more. Everything is a charade. It's a crisis actor charade. It's fascinating when you think about it. That these aren't judges. They're acting as dictators. They're not judging something. They don't care about what's best for children. Otherwise, we wouldn't have all these dead freaking children. Thank you, Mammy Camacho. We wouldn't have all these dead children in foster care and nobody doing anything about it. What a ridiculous fucking, I'm sorry, my anger. There's, it's so late in the game for these cops to stand up, get off their ass and say, I'm not following no judge's order. What, you want me? The child's fine. Yes, the mother's poor. I'm not going to put that child in danger with a child trafficking a racket, a foster care. You sick? Take your freaking judge's order and get the hell out of here. Don't come back over here. Leave this mother alone. If you want to help this mother, you give her some money and you support her. You support the child. You don't traffic the child into foster care. Never worked. I'm no killer, have no criminal record, but I would become a killer very quickly if anyone attempting to forcibly take my children from me, especially under false pretenses. Thank you, Christopher. Deep breaths here. This is very powerful. We've been going through the trauma for years, and we experience it with mothers across the nation, around the world. My great granddaughter raised first 3. Yeah, mother's drug use, not living with me. Grandma's house. She didn't know them. They get no money. She begged me to come home, wanting her bed, and when I did get to see her, yeah, the alienation. So don't. Ground zero, foster war. It's a war, okay? And how do you fight a war? You demand a surrender quickly. Stop. You surrender. What the hell is going on? You stop. It's called a ceasefire. We're going to play this video here. This is a pretty good video. Lots of content out there. We got them on the ropes, people. Understand that. And it's when we get these recordings out there, get them on YouTube, get them shared to us. Let's get them out there. Let's put these people on spotlight. All of them, even these cops, these phony cops that show up with the social worker. Yeah, we're here to help them. Yeah, they're an extension of us. And, we're here to support them and they support us. And we're really here to just traffic. And, they don't care about the law. They just make anything up. Hearsay is admissible with them, but with us, we have to file charges against you to do anything. But they can do what they want, and we're here to help them. F these freaking people. F these pigs. F these SWs. All of them. It's a racket. UVA hospital produced fake medical records. Yeah, anything goes. Anything. We've seen it. Anything goes with these people. Anything. I say if you have a CPS creeping, just move. Run with your children. Get away from them. They're accountable to nobody. You thought the cops are unaccountable? Times it by 100 by what these people will do with CPS. And then they'll call the cops. Can you come with me? Yeah, we got to go pick up a child. Yeah, we got a warrant from a judge. Look, there's some scribble marks on a piece of paper. Look, yeah, I can't even read that, ma'am. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's a judge's signature. Trust us. Nothing matters. These people are rigging everything. Rigging. It's a charade. These are crisis actors. All of them. That's how this conducts. Crisis actor politicians. Crisis actor cops. Crisis actor social workers. I'm glad you got away, Carla. Yeah, they crisis actors. These are fake, phony frauds. All of it. That's how they get away with this. They pose as being something that they are not. 100% unequivocally are not there to help any child. If that was the case, they would be delivering food. We got some food coming in. Yeah, we see you're a little short on some. Want to make sure you get the tomatoes, some green veggies. Here's some celery, carrots, potatoes. We want to make sure that child's healthy. We see you're a little short. You're struggling right now. That's what you do when you help people. You don't come in to try to take their freaking kids. I'm going to play this video before I explode here. It's so disgusting. The more you think about it, the more you break it down, the more you call it out for what it is, black and white. There's no freaking gray area. Some are freaking good and some are freaking bad. Let's watch this video.
Hi, how are you doing?
How are you doing?
I don't understand why you're filming this.
I'm filming this for my protection.
Okay, that's fine. For Thursday, we have an order to enter the home and talk to. I need to do that today. Do you even try?
He isn't here today. He says
school hasn't started yet, to my understanding, until next week.
Oh, it started.
Okay. Can I still enter the home today to see that? That's part of the order, so I'm doing what the judge said.
Oh, the judge, yeah.
I have a list of questions for you.
You have a list of questions for me.
Okay. Yes. First, I'd like to see some ID.
Here that is. That's my ID.
Can I see what it says on it?
It says Department of Children's Services, Mary Lee.
Okay.
Once you have the police here, can I see your ID too?
Sir, they're here to help comply with the order issued from the court.
Can I see your ID, please?
There you go.
Can I see your ID?
Make sure it's not blurry so everybody can see it. Sometimes if you get too close, it gets blurry.
Sir, I don't want to cause any trouble.
I'm not trying to cause any trouble here either.
Okay.
I'm just trying to protect my constitutional rights.
I completely agree, and I want to.
Okay. First of all, do you have a warrant?
I have an order issued from the judge.
May I see the order?
The order is in court, and it has been issued. We're aware of this order.
May I see the court order in writing?
Okay. I will go get that order then, but I was hoping we could do this without that.
I would also like to know, what is your probable cause or exigent circumstances that my children are in imminent danger?
Sir, I would like to talk to all of us about you. I have been trying.
What is your probable cause or exigent circumstances that my children are in danger?
Okay, there is a report filed with the department. I'm trying to finish my job and do that report. I don't want to be involved in your life as much as you want to be involved in mine, okay?
Do you have a reason to enter my home that my children are in imminent danger?
Sure. For non-compliance with the department, it has come to this. I did not want it to come to this. Can we please work together and figure this out?
My children are not in imminent danger, and you know that.
Sir, I'm not saying that. Why can't we figure this out together? That's all I want to do.
I'm trying to help you out here, too.
Okay.
I'm trying to protect my constitutional rights, and the fact that I'm out here right now, okay, is telling you that I'm trying to help you out with your investigation. Okay. I'm not impeding your investigation. I'm trying to protect my constitutional rights.
Why couldn't we do this? Why couldn't we done this conversation earlier and it wouldn't have come to
Because
this?
you came up to my wife and my child in my driveway and you threatened us.
Sir,
You told her that me and my wife abused my children.
I did not tell any such
You
thing.
said so in front of my child.
Sir,
She had a witness. And that's the reason why I have not let you in my house or speak to my child.
You can say all that you want, sir.
I'm telling you the truth.
I have to report to you.
I am telling you what I was told by both my wife and my child.
Sir, I have to report to you what was said, and I can't talk with police here.
No.
I have to, what was said.
No.
Sir.
That's not what was said.
Sir, okay, let me explain this to you, okay? Anyone can call in a referral to the department, okay? For whatever that person says in the referral, you're right. Is to know what is said in that referral.
That is not what you said to my wife and my child.
Sir, I did. That is what you said in the referral.
You accused us of being abusers.
I did not accuse. I have to tell everything that was reported, and then the person explains what happened. That is what happened.
And did I not also send you a fax that explained everything that happened that day?
Sir, a fax doesn't say what happened or what not. I have to speak to the person in person to prove or not. That's my job. I apologize.
Okay, well, you've spoken with me in person now.
Okay.
Okay, now you can finish your investigation.
Sir, I still have to talk to your son.
Well, you can go talk to him at school.
And I still have to see the home, so...
You don't have to see the home as per your investigation.
Yes, I do.
If you want to enter my home, I'm not going to stop you from doing your investigation, but you're going to have to do so against my consent.
Sir, I don't understand why we can't work together and do it. Do you understand what
the judge said? That you may proceed with your investigation. Does your investigation require you to perform a warrantless search on my home based on uncorroborated hearsay?
Sir, now, because the court is involved, I am to enter the home. I will go and get the order to show you, okay? And we can figure that out. To see your son,
Imagine that. She's trying to force her way into somebody's house without bringing the court order. It shows you she doesn't have one. It's fraudulent. She doesn't have one. She's going to go try to make one up and maybe come back later. Nobody does that, right? Nobody shows up to enforce a court order to search a home, to inspect a home without carrying it, and brings the cops. What a freaking joke.
What school does your son go to so I can go see him? Okay, thank you for your cooperation on that. I will go and get a signed order from the judge.
Does the signed order allow you to enter my home without a warrant?
Sir, that is part of the signed order. It's to cooperate with this.
I'm cooperating with your investigation, but I'm also standing up for my constitutional rights.
I understand that you're confused with this, so...
he's confused. Who's confused? Somebody who brings cops to break into somebody's home without any legitimacy whatsoever? And then these cops showing up here with their sunglasses on, trying to hide their face, trying to intimidate, instead of saying, "Ma'am, we can't help you. You go get your court order and call us back." We're not going to go up there and confront this guy that we need to get into his house without any legitimacy. You need to show us what you got, ma'am. That's what a good cop does. Now, these pigs are there to intimidate. He even looks like one.
I want to help you out as much as possible. I don't want to be intruding on your home at all. I just want to get this over with, you know.
I want to see if the court order does not say that you have to enter my home.
Okay.
You will not have my consent.
I understand, sir. I will go get that order right now, okay? And I will return to the home later today. I'm letting you know that.
Do what you want to do.
Okay, and I'm letting you know.
Okay, you will not have my consent. That's all I'm going to say.
Even if I have an order saying I don't need your consent, that's what I'm saying. The order is saying to enter the home.
Here's how I see it.
Okay, tell me how you see it.
If you knew that you could enter my home, you would have done so already.
Sure. That is not it at all. I want to work together. You're clearly, whoever you're filming this for, sees that I'm trying to work with you. I don't want to be in the treatment.
You're trying to work with us by threatening us and telling us that we abuse our children.
Sir, I've explained to you before. A referral is made. In the referral, it states a certain allegation. I can see where the confusion could have been pertaining to an allegation.
And I wrote a written statement to clear up any inconsistencies with such allegations.
How do I know if you wrote that? It could be some Joe Schmo. How do I know that?
Really?
Why are you saying really to me? It's true. There's no proof that I could say that you ever wrote that.
And there's no proof that the allegations against us are true
That's
either.
That's exactly what I'm trying to disprove. Exactly. You just said it. I'm trying to disprove it. I don't want to be involved in this any more than you want me to.
Well, please.
She's like a crybaby, knowing she's being recorded, knowing it's going online, knowing it could cost her job, knowing how ridiculous she looks trying to enforce with the pigs to break in the man's home to search it illegally without any legitimacy, without documentation.
I want to disprove it. I want to close your case. That's all it had to be, was in and out, done. That's all it could have been.
I'm not going to let you violate my constitutional rights just because you think I might be a child abuser.
Sir, anyone, like I told you, anyone can call a referral in, and that's what happened. It can be as easy as letting me in the home, letting me talk to the child, and easy as verifying the information that was said and what wasn't said.
Well, you have to understand one thing.
I do understand.
You have to understand that you came up to my wife and my child and accused us of these things.
I didn't accuse anyone,
and you were rude and unprofessional.
I was not rude and unprofessional.
Yes, you were.
Sir.
You were very rude.
How?
And you were very unprofessional. And that is what my wife and my child told me. Okay. And that is also what other witnesses that we have seen you personally be rude and unprofessional to my wife at work.
I don't want to do this anymore, okay?
I don't want to do this anymore either.
I'm going to go get the order and come back. And I'm going to go, I'm telling you, I'm going to visit your child at, okay? I'm letting you know.
I'm not getting in your way of this investigation. If you want to enter my home to investigate
I want you to
and violate my constitutional rights,
sir, I understand.
That's on you.
I want you to be okay with everything, and I want to.
I'm not okay with any of this.
Okay, I understand, but can't you see I'm trying? I'm really trying.
Can you see I'm trying? I'm out here right now?
Yes, but you are still being non-compliant, so I'm gonna.
I'm not being non-compliant. I've answered your questions.
Okay, sir, I'm gonna go and get it, and I'm gonna show you. So
if you want to say I'm not being compliant by saying that I'm standing up to my constitutional rights,
that's not it at all. But the judge informed me.
I don't know what to tell you about that.
Okay, sir, that's not what I'm saying.
The judge did not say that you have the right to enter my home.
Sir, and I'm going to go prove that right now, okay? So I'm going to go get that, and we'll figure it out. I want us to be a team on this. I want to work together.
I'm never going to be on your team about this.
Sir, I'm not here to take your children or do anything. I just want to figure out what's wrong.
You're here to investigate me. You're here to try to prove that I did something wrong.
Sir, if that is what happened, Then wouldn't you want
You're
someone?
here to try to take away my children.
I'm not here for that at all.
Y'all are not going to get anywhere.
Okay.
Basically, get a copy of the order, come back, and show him that the judge issued an order saying you have a right to go inside the residence and view the residence. Okay? Because apparently you're not.
Oh my God! Some common sense steps in after 15 minutes of BS. We have a common sense person. Shouldn't he did this in the beginning? Shouldn't he? Wow. Common sense comes in. An officer. Yeah, when you come here legitimately, then we'll deal with this.
Okay, it's unfortunate we couldn't find a house.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate you take the word of people that
I understand your upsetness.
that are making up lies about us. It's very unfortunate.
I'm gonna walk away now, and I'm gonna try and figure this out. Okay, so I want us to work together. I'm gonna come back later today. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Okay.
How y'all doing? Can I help you with something? I help you guys with something?
Give me just 1 minute, okay? I'm talking to my sergeant.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yes, sir. My name is.
Okay.
Do you have a warrant for my arrest?
I do not. Do I need to run you real quick and see if you have one or something?
No, sir. We just have a case with DCS pending. That's why I'm recording all this.
That's
for my protection.
That's what's about to happen. I mean, I'm not here to arrest you unless this lady pulls up and says I need to.
Okay. All right. I mean,
the DCS lady's coming.
Okay. I'm sure you can understand the need for me having to record you guys and all that.
Wow, we record all the time too. I'm not a cop that's gonna come out here and beat you.
I understand. I know you're just trying to do your job. It's just gotten a bit heated. Yes, sir. I understand.
That's my thing. So let me go talk to her real quick and find out what's going on.
Okay.
We can have a seat.
All right. Well, can I get to see all y'all's IDs first before we proceed? Yes, you're fine. I know who you are.
You're saying we're not gonna sit and argue.
I'm not trying to argue.
Have a seat.
I need to see your ID as per my constitutional rights.
You don't need to see my ID. You know,
You're
see
sir,
my badge
sir,
right
you're a
here.
public official.
Okay, you see my badge right here. Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And
I'm Officer Richards.
Right too?
Officer Richards.
Okay.
Okay, now do as I ask and have a seat.
Can I see your ID and your ID too, please? I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just standing up for my constitutional rights.
So I brought this back for you out of respect, so we can work together on this.
Okay, before we proceed, Misty, are you part of this investigation?
She is. She's with the Department of Home Services as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Here's
the order, okay? This is stating that the petition that I gave you, do you remember the copy I gave you?
No, I don't remember a copy.
Sir,
I don't recall receiving a copy of.
Sir, you were
a
handed a
petition.
copy by our lawyer at court. So you have that copy and your wife has a copy, okay? But I brought my copy to show you as well. This is my copy though, okay?
So this copy I can keep right here? It's in my hand?
Yes, sir, you can keep this. This is stating that our petition was granted through the court and that petition for authority to complete the required investigation without the party's consent. That's without your consent.
Okay, so does your investigation require you to enter my home without a warrant?
Sir, that is the order. That is the warrant. That was a happening. Please let me in the home.
Okay, based on what probable evidence or exigent circumstances that my children are in imminent danger?
Here's the thing. She got the
I'm not going to stop you guys from continuing with your investigation.
I'm just telling you.
So,
that says she can go inside your house without consent. Right
Does
there.
it
You
say?
can clearly read.
It
without
says
the party's consent.
complete statutorily required investigation. Okay, I'm
She's
asking
also got
her.
her summons right here.
I'm asking her if her investigation requires her to enter. Listen, can I finish speaking, please? I want to know, does your investigation, it says in the Constitution of the United States of America. No, the judge did not say, the judge did not say that you have the right.
I'm just going to place you under arrest over here while we wait for everything. Okay?
Can I explain my constitutional rights to you and what I heard the judge say?
I know the Constitution.
I heard the judge say that she has the right to proceed with her investigation. I did not hear the judge say that she has a right to violate my constitutional rights.
Can you meet me over here?
Listen, if you guys want to enter my home, you're going to have to do so against my consent.
That's fine. I have a court order. That's what's happening.
Well, I'm not getting in your way of this investigation.
Okay, open the door for us.
No, ma'am.
That's fine. I have a court order.
Please read the notice on the other side of the door.
What's the notice?
Just go ahead and go in. Don't worry
Can
about
you
it.
enter first?
Yes.
I don't know what's in his home.
Is there anything in here? Yes, there's a dog.
Can you
And he's locked up in my bedroom.
Is he going to bite?
I'm going to have to.
He might bite if you open my bedroom door.
Sir, I have to enter the bedroom. Sir, I have to enter the bedroom, so can you please put the dog up?
In my bedroom?
Yes, I have to enter the home. I don't know how to.
There's a notice on the back side of my door here. Please read it.
Okay, that's fine.
Have a good day.
Is this the bedroom?
This is my bedroom.
Okay. Can you please put your dog up so I can enter?
My dog is put up in my bedroom.
Can you put it somewhere else so I can enter the bedroom?
Look at the rest of the house first.
Okay, is this?
Yes, this is my children's room.
So who sleeps where?
What does it matter? Who
Because
sleeps
I
where?
need to see where the children sleep and who sleeps where.
My older son sleeps on the bottom bunk. My younger son sleeps on the top bunk.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Where are you going now?
In the kitchen.
Right.
Sir, can you please where's your fridge?
My fridge is in the laundry room.
Can you please open the fridge and your cupboard to show me that you have?
They always tell you to open up your fridge and your cupboard. If you're going to do it, sir, because they have no right to, right? They just have a right. They don't have no rights anyways. These petitions, these phony orders, it's all rigged. The cop claiming, oh, I'm Mr. Constitutionalist. I know about the Constitution. Then why do you break it with these people? Why do you let an agency that works outside of your law enforcement police department run a child trafficking ring without any due process, without any trial by jury, totally illegitimate? And why isn't, if this is an abuse investigation, we got a warrant to inspect the home. Why aren't police there to do it? Why aren't the special victims unit there to do it? Just a whole scam. They're all crisis actors, all of them.
Provide food and stuff.
There's food right here. There's all kinds of seasonings. There's flour, sugar, peanut. There's peanut butter. There's plenty of food in the fridge.
Okay, can you please open the fridge to show me? That's all I need.
There's jelly. There's ketchup, mustard. There's butter. We buy food on a daily basis. There's hot dogs in here for them after school. There's lots of snacks up there for them in the freezer. Plus a meal.
And that's where the cat goes to the bathroom?
Yes, that's where the cat goes to the bathroom.
Now, what's in here?
This is our supply closet. Okay?
Where the food's stuff?
No.
What dog food?
Yes, dog food.
And
This is a freezer, but it's empty because it's broken right now.
can you please turn on the water? Why are the lights not on? Why is it-
I don't know. Nobody turned them on. The water works. Okay? Water's running. There's more food in the cabinets. There's bread. There's hot dog buns. There's popcorn for snacks. There's beans. I mean, there's plenty of food in here.
Sure, that's part of my job to see that, okay?
Okay. I understand it's part of your job to violate people's constitutional rights.
We're all entitled to our own opinion, aren't we?
That's not an opinion. That's an unalienable right.
Okay. So what is?
I have no clue about my constitutional rights. Okay. Well, you're about to be internet famous, sir.
That's fine.
I'm gonna let you go back here first. Can you go turn on the faucet?
The bathroom faucet?
Yes, sir. I just need to verify that there's water.
Well, you did see that there's water running in my kitchen.
Sometimes people don't have water in
Okay, well, the sink works. The tub works. And this hot water knob is broken, but we use that to turn it on. Would you like me to demonstrate?
No, sir, I believe
Okay.
you. Don't worry.
You also want to see the toilet flush?
Yes, sure. If you're...
There it goes. Okay, everything's sanitary in our home. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your heel. Do you still need to see my bedroom?
Yes, I do. Can you please...
Okay, can you guys please exit my home so he doesn't bite anybody? Can you please shut the door so he doesn't get loose?
Well, you should be able to keep a hold of your dog.
Yes, I can, but I just want to make sure that he doesn't because he's agitated right now. Oh, well, yes, I can, sir. I just wanted to make double sure that nobody gets hurt. Come on, Bear. This way. Go on here. Okay, you guys might come back in now, I guess. I mean, no, you may not, but you don't have my consent to, but you're going to anyways.
Sir, part of the order is to see the
Okay,
home.
there's my bedroom.
Okay, can you please turn on the light?
No, my light doesn't work. My light switch is broken.
Okay, appears that's the disclaimer. This order is not a warrant. It has to say warrant, warrant. That's in the commentary. This is a so-called order. Order doesn't mean anything. We need a warrant. And when you get the warrant, it has to say specifically what they're looking for. They're so corrupt. Oh my God. The pigs and these freaking crisis actor social workers are so freaking corrupt. They're corrupt beyond your freaking wildest imagination. All of them.
Well, what do you use for light though?
I use my phone for light. It's my bedroom.
I mean, just...
Yes, the light switch does work on the living room.
No.
That's the outside light. The light that turns the ceiling fan on.
Again, a warrant must have a statement of cause. They came in with a warrant. They didn't give us a statement of cause. We have no you know, they abuse so much, the cops, and they get a kick out of raiding people's homes and harassment and breaking and entering, breaking your house. Anything goes with these freaking maggots. Understand that. Anything. If I can get one thing across, and that's from personal experience.
On, you have to pull the cord to turn the light on.
Okay, so...
And you just turn the switch off, so it's not going to work. Now it will.
And I can't remember if I turned the light on in their bedroom. Did I?
It was a light on.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a light on.
This is my bedroom.
I need to verify that it's there.
Okay, yes, I have a bedroom. I mean, come on. This has nothing to do with my children. You okay?
So can you tell me in your own words recollection of the incident in question?
My word. I've already written a written statement and sent it to a fax to your office, and you guys can verify the phone number that it was sent from was my wife's office.
Sir, part of it is to talk to you. Let's just figure this out because I have done the home check. I've
already said everything that I need to say about the night in question.
That is fine then.
Okay. Thank you for violating my constitutional rights. You guys have a great day.
Okay. Huh. Wow, some good videos online. There's just so many good videos, so much good content. Wow, let's get it all together. If you want to help me out there, somebody, we'll just leave it on this screen here. We are live at 1:23. We could just go on and on with these content. It's so important that people need to know how to respond to these people, and that they're not alone anymore, and it's a different day and age, and all this information's out there. Yeah, maggots is too good of a term. We need something below maggots. Not to mention CPS actor ran around, making stuff up. The worst people, these actors, they're crisis actors. Call them out for what they are, people. No, you're just a freaking crisis actor. You have to fight, because if you're a target, if you're low income, what can you do? I mean, if because once they come in making stuff up, oh my God, then you're in, you need to come back full force, and because nothing matters, nothing. And the cops are crisis actors. These judges are crisis actors. These social workers are crisis actors. They're faking a complete environment of corruption, of violating the due process, violating the Constitution. You heard the guy say right at the end, "Thank you for violating my constitutional rights." Go through mental issues, PTSD because of these workers. Thank you, Rachel. I don't know how they make it. We know so many have died. We know so many suicides. So many have taken drugs and is trying to escape. Who wouldn't want to escape? Who wouldn't want to take a drug? Who wouldn't want to drink alcohol? Who wouldn't want to escape from the misery? The misery is so deep. It's the deepest forms of misery any parent could ever go through, or family member. Um, it's so deep, the trauma that they put, and a lot of people don't see it. They don't, it doesn't leave a scar on your arm. It doesn't leave a bruise, um, no marks or bruises or anything, and they took them anyway. Well, not to mention CPS actors. Okay, yeah, they'll make up anything. Anything goes on these paperworks. These documents are phony. It's all an act, and they're accountable to nobody. That's how they get away with it. It's been a pleasure. I had a good morning. I think we had some viewership. Want to get this content up there. If you could do me a favor out there, people, find the best videos on YouTube, save them in a profile class, and share it with us. And just we want to get the best videos. There's so much good content out there of what these people do and how they are. Let's call them all out. The more you call them out, especially the foster traffickers and CPS agents, and call them what they are. They're not judges. This isn't a judge. These are dictators. They have no connection whatsoever to you, your family. Dictator judges. These aren't courtrooms. These are slaughter homes, slaughter courts. They're slander courts. Slander is how they rule the game. When my son started reporting abuse to me, yeah, so awful what they're doing. We got them, people. We got them. Been at this a long time. We want to emphasize that we're in a different day and age. All eyes on these corrupt cops, the charade they pull, the accountability to no one. Put the black eye on the foster parents. Get these people on video. Send it to us. It's just a different day and age than it was 10 years ago when a lot of this started happening for us, and want to keep that in focus and spotlight, that you're not alone more than ever before, and that the bell and the siren is being rung, and let's ring it all together. Time to call out all adults, including parents and family, when need be. Well, yeah, but it's the corrupt cops and the judges and the SWs and the politicians, and we have nothing. We can weaken them by putting the face on it that it is. It's so ugly. It's so corrupt. It's so horrendous, and it's the most important issue in America today. Bottom line, period, without any question. Let me just show you some pictures here. Maybe we'll put on a picture viewer here, and I'll go to some music. Let's see here. Here we are. Copy. Pasting. Okay, foster ward, the shutdown. Just go to the viewer. Slideshow. Just a slideshow of pictures here. It's so ugly that these cops don't, everyone's off their freaking rocker. That's why everything's so screwed up. Welcome to the deep state. Welcome to the agenda. Welcome. Those are the ones that control all this. The deep state, the banks, the whoever it is that owns the world. They're the ones that are running all of this racket. Look at that. It won't even show up on my screen. Let me try to bring it in again. Let me try to copy a link. Copy. Sharing. I just want to show you some pictures. Let me try this. Different link. Okay, here it is. Foster war. It's the worst thing in America right now. So as long as we get that across, and it spotlight all the social workers, everybody, the cops. I mean, the racket, how they're all silent, how they're all complicit. The military. People ask, "Where's the bikers? Bikers for child abuse? Where are they?" Look at the pigs here. Look at the pigs. Who would do this? Who would take three babies from a mother like this? They're snatching her three babies. I wish we had video of this. Oh my God, it would be so powerful. Three babies, never abused them, no crime, no charges, being targeted because of her beauty and the value of her three most beautiful kids you ever seen. Who in the cops? Oh, we're just doing our job. Yeah, another state said we could do it. Yeah, take her babies. These are pigs, and then they throw her on the ground like a dog, like an animal, as she fights for her children. Did she never abuse? No crimes against her. Oh, now they want to charge her with resisting arrest? And these are your good cop, bad cop. No, they're not all the same. They're just doing their job. Shut the F up. It's every time you give these people gray areas, that's where they sleep good at night. Yeah, I got shelter. Some are good, some are bad. No bad apples. No, they're all together. They're all complicit. They're all compliant. Otherwise, none of this could be happening. None of this. None of these war crimes. My God. Picture viewer here. I just want to take you to cpsnewsnetwork.com real quick. You can get there. Lots of things we can do. Lots of things we can share. All these pictures here, cpsnewsnetwork.com. The most horrific portfolio of war crimes I think it's ever been created. I've never seen anything quite like it, where it identifies. It's the crash course. This is the crash course of corruption. cpsnewsnetwork.com. The pictures, just a lot of pictures here. Of war crimes, and nobody doing anything about it. No pigs. I'm sorry, they're calling pigs. Oh, someday you're gonna need them, and well, right now they're pigs because they're silent, they're complicit, they all work together. But none, they're not all bad. Some are good. The good ones, they call it out. And I have one in the United States that said they're trafficking kids for money. Look at that again. Let's go back. Hold up. This poor mother, the Rango family. Remember the Rango family. Maybe we'll just close out on that picture today and play a song in loving memory of how their children were trafficked from them, from Washington. There it is there. That look of babies being ripped from you. Three very young babies. Never abused them. Fabricated claims of abuse. No charges of child abuse. Running from Washington as she was targeted and then kidnapped in California. Look at these pigs. Look at these pigs. This is baby extraction, and then you get the pigs holding the babies, and it's disgusting. And this isn't legitimate. I don't care how freaking creased their freaking uniforms are. I would have been right there and sit as a CHP officer, a lieutenant making decisions. I would have said, are there any criminal charges against the mother for abuse? No, but there's a pickup order for the children. What do you mean? Well, the judge said they could take. What do you mean? There's no charges? She has no charges? There's no evidence of abuse? Or anything? No. It's just a pickup order from Washington. I said, you leave those freaking kids alone. I've dealt with this family. I've talked to this family. I talked to the grandmother who mourned for her grandkids. It's very emotional. It needs to be called out for what it is. And all these freaking maggot followers that say they're just doing their job, disgusting efforts. All of them. Look at them treating her like a dog. No crime ever committed. And then they try to imprison her son, the son, for fighting for his children. No abuse charges, no evidence of abuse. Just targeted because of the valuable children. Oh my God, there's like some of the most beautiful babies you've ever seen. It's America's Holocaust, people. Call it out for what it is. And there ain't no hiding places anywhere against crimes against humanity. No hiding places. That's how they sleep at freaking night. And we don't want no rest for the wicked. We're going to play a song. We're going to leave it here, and then we're going to call it. Wow, great Sunday. Sunday services. Days are flying by so fast you wouldn't believe. We're putting out so much content. I love this song. 517. I'm going to play a good song here as we close out for Sunday services. This is where we go to church. Every church should be talking about this right now. Every single church. How could you just think I could give up on my family? Rolling.
For children movement. We out here.
Man, you ever faced with a real life problem? A situation that you don't know how to handle?
A lot of this music,
you gotta keep your faith, man.
It really don't have no meaning.
Keep pushing through.
There's no feeling, no thought behind it. Ain't talking about nothing. Ready. We come. I'm trying to change that. This is conscious music. New promise.
It's J.U.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Man, I can't believe they think I give up on my family. The only thing that bring me peace without them, I could never be protected with my life. That's a promise to the death of me. They kill me for the truth. I guess it's all that's left of me. Man, I can't believe they think I give up on my family. The only thing that bring me peace without them, I could never be protected with my life. That's a promise to the death of me. They kill me for the truth. I guess that's all that's left of me. Everything I speak is real. All I do is state the facts to me. Family's everything, and home is where your heart is at. My wife and kids are all I need, and trust me, I would die for that. But in life can matter more, homie, this is simple math. Now it seems I pray for God to only take the pain away. Every day's another struggle, demons take the chains away. Break away from evil just to face the danger day to day. Music is my savior, now I let my pens crank away. Man, I can't believe they think I give up on my family. The only thing that bring me peace without them, I can never be protected with my life. That's a promise to the death of me. They kill me for the truth. I guess that's all that's left of me. Man, I can't believe they think I give up on my family. The only thing that bring me peace without them, I could never be protected with my life. That's a promise to the death of me. They kill me for the truth. I guess that's all that's left for me.
Protecting with my life, that's what you can expect from me. Until I'm like the rest, until they come to take what's left of me. With every single breath I breathe and every ounce of love. With everything that counts, my kids are blessings from above. Teach them lessons, give them hugs, I'm just trying to show them better. I'm coming like an army for anyone who goes against the mama pot of thirst. Be careful of your intentions, they're so precious to me. Boy, you trying to hurt them, I go mental.
Man, I can't believe they think I give up on my family. The only thing that bring me peace without them, I can never be protected with my life. That's a promise to the death of me. They kill me for the truth. I guess it's all that's left of me. Man, I can't believe they think I give up on my family. The only thing that bring me peace without them, I can never be protected with my life. That's a promise to the death of me. They kill me for the truth. I guess it's all that's left of me.
I guess it's all that's left for me.
For the children movement. PC, we coming.
Come.
Young Prophet, J. Duke, the other half.
Keep fighting, baby.
Shout out to Trust the Voice.
We see you out there, Tabitha. Hi, Rachel Totten. So much war crimes on the innocent children, the babies, the mothers, families, the broken homes, children trafficked to strangers. I mean, how ugly can it get? Not knowing where they're at. How do these people go on? Thank you, Blanca. Together we can stop this. Again, AmericanFamiliesRise.org. They're trying to do something over there. We appreciate those efforts, Miss Evans. But yeah, this case right here, look at that. Toddlers given sexually transmitted gonorrhea in foster home, and there's no investigation. Nobody's charged. Children raped, 1 and 2 years old in foster care, given gonorrhea. Can you hear me now? Hancock, look it up. Go online, gonorrhea, foster kid, Hancock County. It'll probably come up. This is a mother holding her babies. Oh, stop. He killed my son. Stop. No, Come look at these. You know, why was a Nicholas Cruz show? He didn't kill nobody. You're a fool. I'd love to see a picture of you and your child. Let's see how you've posted it. Stephanie Cossey Feast. Phony people come in here all the time. Again, Nicholas Cruz, Parkland foster kid. He didn't kill anybody. It was a drill. You know how they're always doing the fire alarms at the same time somebody's shooting up the building? So ridiculous. Wow. So I think I covered it. Well, the music feels good. I'm going to play one more song. Let's see. We love this song here.
Look at this. Look at this. I got it on. You see? You see? Look at this. Look at this. I got it on. You see? You see? Show your brother.
I see never.
It's all they do.
I see never.
It's all they do.
Kidnappers.
It's all they do.
Kidnappers. Cemetery County. Kidnappers. I see never. Child Protective Services don't protect children. They kidnap kids from their parents, making millions. Families devastated, kids segregated. That's how they make their money, keep the kids separated. In a foster home, placed in insanity. Child Protective Services, crime against humanity. Legal kidnapping, violate parental rights. Children around the world being sold as merchandise. San Mateo County, home of the plan. Keep the child in the system as long as they can. Help in foster homes so they can stay employed. Kids being drugged, raped, and destroyed. CPS social worker lying through her lips. Protect the child, but she placed them at risk. They cover up the evidence and lie in reports. Hold your child hostage, independent of the court. Child Protective Services, crooked and corrupt. Kidnapping kids and breaking families up. What they doing to our children is serious. Can somebody come investigate this? Child Protective Services, crooked and corrupt. Kidnapping kids and breaking families up. What they doing to our children is serious. Can somebody come investigate this? Childish merchandise, nothing more, nothing less. So they can steal the money from the federal government. Attorney for the child, man, you burn in hell. What they need to do is place your crooked ass in jail. Claim you represent the child, you the devil with disguise. You the main racketeer to keep the children traumatized. You go against the parents and abuse your position and push for adoption, keep the child in the system. You exploit the children and place them at risk. Separate them from the parents, it's your real intent. And then you paint a picture that foster home was best, but cover up in court the abuse and neglect. You're like a terrorist, cause the children trouble. You need to be investigated. You're worse than Osama the best intentions of the dollars, that's the real motivation. The money's in adoption, kidnapping, and exploitation. Child Protective Services, crooked and corrupt. Kidnapping kids and breaking families up. What they doing to our children is insidious. Can somebody come investigate these idiots? Child Protective Services, crooked and corrupt. Kidnapping kids and breaking families up. What they doing to our children is insidious. Can somebody come investigate these idiots? Everywhere you look, it's just the same old song. Kids being viciously ripped from their home. Can you imagine the pain unfolding? The pain the parent feels when their child gets stolen. They stereotype me and stigmatize me. They separate my child another form of slavery. Supervising me like I was in prison. A once a week phone call, once a month visit. Attorney
for the child. You're a disgrace. Children knew what you was doing, they spit in your face. And in courtroom, you can't defend yourself as they auction up your child for money and wealth. The success rate is less than 1%. Children being exploited by a bunch of lunatics. Legal kidnapping, modern day slavery. Wanna steal a child? They gotta get me. Child protective services. Kidnapping kids and breaking families. What they doing to our children is separate. Can somebody come investigate the yes? Child protective services, crooked and corrupt, kidnapping kids and breaking families out. What they doing to our children is separate. Can somebody come investigate the yes? Child protective services, crooked and corrupt, kidnapping kids and breaking families out. What they doing to our children is separate. Can somebody come investigate the yes? Child protective services, crooked and corrupt, kidnapping kids and breaking families out. What they doing to our children is serious. Can somebody come investigate the Child protective services, crooked and corrupt, kidnapping kids and breaking families out. What they doing to our children is serious. Can somebody come investigate the Child protective services, crooked and corrupt, kidnapping kids and breaking families out. What they doing to our children is serious. Can somebody come investigate the
To my three babies.
Okay, we're live. 1:45. Having a great day today. Sunday, 5/16/21. Somebody came in from Parkland and said that their son died, and oh, what about Nicholas? And wow, you can spot these people out very quickly if you do a little research. The whole Parkland thing. They claim that he was adopted, and the fact is that adoption is just super foster. There's no such thing as adoption. These are surprisingly. Let's talk about Parkland for a minute, since somebody brought him up. That was an interesting commenter. But that he's adopted. Oh, why is his mother dead? Why is his father dead? Where's one relative of Parkland? Let me just put him on the screen here. Let's see. Nick. Just going to bring in the most famous foster kid in American history. Let's just put him on the screen. Okay, nobody knows any of his family, any of his bio, his mama, his cousin, his grandma, his third nephew from another mother, whatever. Total fabrication, total drugging, total targeting, they used him to do this. There's one picture that really you can see he's being drugged. You've seen the interview when they show him being drugged. These stupid videos they make of him. The face they try to put on him. The whole story behind him. There's so many red flags. Again, most famous Patsy foster kid in American history being forgotten about. How they make him look drugged. It's like he's famous. Look at him looking up right here. This is a famous picture. This one here, as he's looking up. Oh, he's looking at paperwork here, but he senses what they're doing to him. The mind control. Florida off the charts with all their corruption, all their shenanigans they pull down there. The child trafficking, the staged events. Anything goes down in Florida. It's very creepy, super creepy. They're very. They all are, but Florida is like it's the handle of America. The corruption, the racism, the just total organized. It's used as a sensationalism. Like what was it? Where the gay bar shooting? That's more BS coming out of there. Parkland is a very famous. Parkland should wake everybody up to the big picture. Here he is looking like he's on drugs. But where's his mama? We've heard he was the nicest kid ever in school, nicest kid you've ever met, and now he's a mass murderer, killing everybody. You know, all the images they try to show, it's all the typical sensationalism. It's made for media event. You know, it's impossible for him to do all these things they claim to him have done. You know, all the drama with everybody's hands across America. You know, nobody walks like that when there's somebody around with a freaking gun. No, you run. You know, we got a mass killer, and all these people are walking around. It's really ridiculous. Here he is here. The drugging they've put him under. Oh my God, the poor kid is, you know, you see his face just suffering as he's being induced with psychotropics as well as facing life in prison. He's not going to fare well in prison. You know, he'll probably die in there very quickly. You know, we're just that's what's going to happen here with him. Probably is we're going to hear a suicide. He committed suicide. Yeah, just poor kid, poor kid. Most famous foster kid, Patsy, in American history. Nicholas Cruz. What else here? I'm looking for that special picture. I don't see it here. Looks like it stops there. The imaging. Again, there's never that I know of any bio where this kid came from. You know, what's his whole identity, and that's what you find in all these cases. His long-term anything of who his bio is, any of his bio family, and where they get these kids, and psychotropics that they're under. So they're claiming this is his brother. Doesn't look anything like him really whatsoever. You see him here side by side. This character here, they did live together in some way, but foster kids. It doesn't look like him at all whatsoever. But we'd like to see some of his relatives stand up. Who's his dad's uncle? Who's his great uncle? Who's his uncle? Who's his, you know, there's 25 other potential family members. Nobody has said that Nicholas and how he was taken from his mother, his bio, where's his bio dad, and you wonder where they get these kids from, how you know how they create them, how the government created them, how he has no identity, his true identity, and then just perfectly, you know, he has no mother and father, nobody to speak for him, nobody in the world to speak for Parkland. Nicholas Cruz. I'm probably the only one speaking for him. Imagine that, not one person. We did have some friends of his in school come out and say he's the nicest guy you ever met. That's how they said it. We had Nicholas Cruz pages, and they took them down off Facebook. You know, they don't want you talking about this. It's, oh, you're not being respectful. No, we're not. We want to research. We're not taking things at face value. But you talk about things, and they don't want you to. And especially about this foster kid, the most famous foster kid, Patsy, in American history. Can't find that right picture of him. But man, you want to talk about not having anyone, no one, completely Patsyized. Nicholas Cruz, poor kid. Horrendous what they're doing to him. Very powerful drugs, psychotropics. We've seen it in the interview that he had, the famous interview. Obviously, we're not seeing any interview pictures here. This is Yahoo. There should be interview pictures here of the world famous interview of him being on psychotropic drugs and being interviewed with no attorney. All sensationalized, all just to try to legitimize. But call this stuff out. If you call it out, don't call it out before you've researched. But you know, we spent time on this, and all the red flags are there. I mean, on and on and on. It's not even worth talking about. Anybody, you know, oh, how dare you, whatever. It's like, hey, we know what they're capable of. We know what they do with these people. And again, poor kid, we hope he doesn't go to prison and reach the main line, because they're going to eat him up. It's really sad. It's really sad. You gotta, man, you want to talk about a scary place to be, being him and being put in prison with the most violent sexual predators and people you could ever come across. A guy like Nicholas, you better feel for him. They're mulching him up. They're going to destroy him. My guess is they're going to keep him on psychotropics of some type and weaken his brain so much he won't know left from right as time goes on, and he'll be killed. He'll be killed because they never want him to come to do a legitimate interview where he's not on psychotropics. They wouldn't want him to come out and speak, and he'd probably come out and say, "I don't remember anything. I don't remember." They have drugs that do that. They black you out. You can't recall. They say, "Did you kill all those kids in Parkland, Nicholas?" He'll probably say, "I don't remember. He said I did," and that's because of he looks like a legitimate victim. I mean, he's the most abused foster kid patsy in U.S. history. And all the evidence is there, even their phony, drugged-out interview that they do without an attorney. We got 7 viewers. MK Ultra mind control. Okay, drugs made him kill. Yeah, very powerful. The drugs, we can't imagine what they're giving him. State-of-the-art crap. Yeah, there's evidence he didn't do it. It's a drill, okay? In these drills, events, whether it's Saugus, they had a shooting. They're all drills. They're all doing fire drills at the same time, the mass shooters. Can you hear me? They're all doing freaking fire drills at the same time they're mass murdering children. And fire drills were conducted all this week. It's fire drill month. We've had 4 of them. I thought it was another one. But no, this time we have a mass killer. But now we have a patsy. So he did set a record, Nicholas, because we have a patsy. In most of these events, we don't have a patsy. There's always a suicide. There's a murder. So it's very interesting how they're keeping his storyline going. Most underrepresented, unheard foster kid with 0 background. His mama's dead, his daddy's dead, no relatives anywhere. The only relative that came to speak for him, supposedly, was this guy. We have no pictures of them growing up, him and this creep. We have no pictures of them growing up together, being babies together. We have no pictures of his family. His whole background is blank. The Make America Great Again hat, you gotta love that. The whole story is so hard to believe, man. You gotta be high on a lot of Pepsi and licorice to believe the story. It's the story when you look at it. So yeah, hopefully somebody will dig into this and expose it for what it is. You can see his whole facial features are changing since he's been locked up here. He's getting all that puffiness from all the drugs they're giving him. Hopefully he'll be put in a mental institution. He'll have a better chance of survival than he would in prison. They're going to eat him alive in prison. So hopefully, he gets in. I mean, if there's ever a case of insanity, it would be this case. And maybe he'd have a chance of getting out. But they, such a powerful case. My God. Thank you for bringing it up, Parklander. Look at that. Look at that. Thanks for watching, everyone. They're using foster kids, mental mentally ill and people from prison to do their events. Remember that. TPS News Network. 2 o'clock sign out. Got our 2.5 hours in. Wow. It feels like 4.